Hello there, very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on TV1. We are coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. Bringing you the news, I'm Tharusha Kumar Singh. Before you head into our stories, let's take a look at this afternoon's headlines. Report of the Presidential Commission probing into irregularities in Sri Lankan Airlines and Mihin Lanka to be presented to the Attorney General. Wind speed along the coastal line to increase. Fishing community requested to be vigilant. Indonesia plans to move its capital to Borneo Island from Jakarta. On to top story this afternoon, the island-wide touring of the 31st Mahaweli Games torch commenced this morning following a special ceremony which was held under the auspices of President Maithripala Sirisena. The touring will take place until the 6th of September. A number of events are organized island-wide aligned with this. The Mahaweli Games is scheduled to be held on the 7th and the 8th of September in Madirigiriya at the Mahaweli grounds. Meanwhile, two Dhamma school buildings constructed at the Sri Abhinwarama Viharasthane in Ranminithanna Osuwinna was vested with the students under the auspices of Deputy Leader of the UNP, Minister Sajith Premadasa. One hall was constructed under the Sisudaham Sevana program and 4 million rupees was allocated for this under the Central Cultural Fund. The other building was constructed by private funding on request of the minister and 2.5 million rupees was allocated for this. These buildings were constructed as advised by the Viharadipati Venerable Dolosbage Supannakatissa Thera. At present, the drug menace has widespread the society. Our Minister of Sports have issued a gazette restricting any individual involved in betting to be part of sports administration. What is his message given to the society by that? There won't be any room in the society for fraud and corruption, drugs, crime, wine stores or taverns. So when we talk about a civilized society, it has to be practical. We should decide as a country where we are heading. We hope to bring up a civilized, disciplined generation through the education given at this Dhamma school.
මේ දහම් පාසල් ශාලා තුලින් ලබා දෙන ඒ ගුණාත්මක අධ්‍යාපනය තුල අපි ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා හොඳ ශිෂ්ට සම්පන්න දරු පරපුරක් නිර්මාණය වේවා.
An event was held yesterday in commemoration of 25 years since the establishment of the Kalubovitiana tea factory. The event was held under the patronage of the Minister of Plantation Industries Navin Dissanayake. Following the event, the minister addressed the media.
I think we have mentioned this to you. We intend to name our presidential candidate on the day our alliance is formed. That is the current situation. We do not have the hesitation the media has. Our plan was to announce our candidate by the 2nd or 3rd week of September. There is no pressure on us. Just because the SLPP announced their candidate, according to our plan, prominence will be given to forming the alliance. Everyone accepts that. We will name the candidate once the alliance is formed.
As mentioned in your headlines this afternoon, the Cabinet has approved to direct the report from Presidential Commission of Inquiry on Sri Lankan Airlines, Sri Lankan Catering Limited and Mihin Lanka to the Attorney General's office. This report was produced upon the request of President Maithripala Sirisena and has received cabinet approval to be presented to Parliament. The Presidential Commission of Inquiry looked into the alleged financial irregularities that have taken place from 2006 to 2018 at Sri Lankan Airlines, Mihin Lanka Organizations and Sri Lankan Catering Limited. On to your weather update this afternoon. The sea area extending from Hambantota to Kalmune via Pothuwil and the sea area extending from Putlam to Trincomalee via Mana and Kankasanture can be rough at times as the wind speed can increase up to 55 to 60 kilometers at times. According to the Department of Meteorology, temporarily strong gusty winds up to 70 to 80 kilometers and very rough seas can be expected during thunder showers. Naval and fishing communities are requested to be vigilant in this regard. Taking a look back at some more news from here at home, today marks the 10th day of the Gum at the Village Forums.
Today, our Gum at the team commenced its journey centering Trincomalee. The public forum where the people's plight can be voiced will be held in Punyadi area today. The general public will also be given the opportunity today to contribute towards the People's Epistotle, which was prepared centering 8 main issues which were identified through the Gum at the door-to-door movement, which was held together with the University of Peradeniya.
Now, following views were expressed by State Minister Buddhika Patharan about the presidential candidate of the UNP following an event held in Colombo yesterday.
We are of the opinion to form a broad front with all the joint parties and the supportive parties of the UNP. But before that, our fellow political parties have requested to form an alliance with the UNP. The candidate will be decided in the future after the working committee holds discussions. But that is not enough. According to the policies of the UNP, the National Executive Council and the General Assembly should approve that decision. Announcing the name of the candidate with that approval is what we hope for.
සම්මත වෙන්න ඕන. ඒ සම්මත වෙලා ඉදිරිපත් කරන එක තමයි බලාපොරොත්තුව. ඔබතුමාට දැනගන්න ලැබිච්ච හැටියට දැන් ඔබතුමාලා පක්ෂයෙන් ඉදිරිපත් වෙන්නේ සන්දානගත අපේක්ෂකයෙක්ද නැත්නම් එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයේ අපේක්ෂකයෙක්ද? දෙකේම හයිබ්‍රිඩ් එකක්.
He will be a hybrid of the two. He will be a candidate from the UNP who will be accepted by the alliance. He would cater to both.
දෙකේම එකතුවක් තමයි සිද්ධ.
In more political news from here at home, the National People's Council had organized a media briefing in Colombo yesterday.
දැන් අපිට පේන්නේ එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂ නායකත්වයත් ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදයේ කම්මුතු කරන්නා බව.
As we can see now, the UNP has turned into the terminator of democracy. The Central Working Committee may be theirs to appoint whoever they want, but the underlying issue is regarding democracy and ethics. At a time where there is a challenge from a fascist, far right-wing faction, the answer should be a populist leader who can handle the pressure. During such a scenario, if they are attempting to change and distort it by appointing their own corrupt henchmen, it goes against democracy and ethics. We feel if new appointments are to be made to the Working Committee, it should be done in a just manner. If there are equally qualified candidates, the best fitting ones should be appointed through the approval of the leader of the UNP, the deputy leader and the parliamentary group. They have a responsibility to appoint a candidate who is preferred by the people. That is our request to the leadership of the UNP. We are not ready to bow down to this injustice.
එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂ නායකත්වයෙන් ඉල්ලන්නේ ඒක. සූදානම් නැහැ අපි මේ ඇම්බැට්ටයන්ට මේ 30 කල්ලි වලට මේ රොයල් ජුන්ටා වලට යට වෙන්න.
Lunchtime news for today. More news follows on our award-winning website, that is www.newsfirst.lk. Your latest news update will come your way at 1:55. Bringing you the news, I'm Tharushi Kumar Singha. Thanks for watching and take care.